everyone, I'm going to do a loose and lively jellyfish today in watercolour. I have got 3 brushes, a round number 10, a round number 6 and a number 2 rigger. I'm on a small piece of Saunders waterford paper. This is about 5 by 7 inches. Use the paper you have, and then I've got a Cotman palette which I'll link in the description. So I am going to do a blue jellyfish. I'll pop a reference up that I'm using on screen so you can screenshot that and print that off if you want to. I use a very good book from the Natural History Museum, which I got years ago from a shop called The Works, which is quite a cheap bookshop, and it serves me very well for pictorial references. It's like an encyclopedia. And you can guarantee if you look it up in the index, there'll be a picture of it in here, whether it be plant, whether it be animal, whether it be sea animal. It's all there. So, and with my round number 10, I've come over the whole page with water. So I'm going to get a little bit of a base on here. Swap down to my number 6. I'm going to start with a circular motion. And this is cerulean blue, so I'm loading my brush and come in and use whatever blue you have. It honestly doesn't matter. Jellyfishes are all different colours. We're just starting to create that base. That circular motion pushing down holds the paint together, stops it flowing out too much. I'm just starting to create the jellyfish shape. Rinse my brush out, make sure it's clean, load it with water, and then I'm going to use a little bit of lemon yellow. So I'm going to come in here, just dabbed off a little bit of that because I didn't want it to go too far. Now start to bring that in. I can make a little bit of green within there as well. That will be quite nice. Rinse my brush off, dab it off. Then I'm going to come into some rose. I don't want too much rose in here. I'm just going to bring that through here. It's like a little bit of a rainbow jellyfish. It's ever so pretty. And then blend that a little bit into the blue. I'm going to do some little lines like this, curving upwards. So it starts to bring the shape of the dome of the jellyfish at the top. I don't really know all the technical terms of a jellyfish. Bring some bits around here. So I'm using the paint that I have and just spreading this through. And this is all with my round number 6. Just dip a little bit into some water, a little bit more rose. Just want to do a few more tentacle bits down here. So this is all flowing. Already got a lovely soft pretty shape. I'm going to take a little bit of the ultramarine blue or a darker blue. You're basically aiming for a darker blue. I'm just going to bring that in just a little bit on these edges. Dab into a little bit more of the blue. It's still nice and damp, and then I can just flow this through. It's a combination of hard and soft edges that works really well. And then a little bit along here. Okay, I'm going to dry that one off. Okay, so that's nicely dry. I now want to make up a little bit of a darker mix. So if I take some ultramarine, this is with my round number 10, I'm making a nice mix here. I can take a dab of ivory black or Payne's grey, either would work, just to make it a bit darker. And then if you want to just warm it up a little bit, a touch of rose, so it'll make more of a purpley blue. Take a tiny bit more of the dark in. You don't want to take too much of that dark in, you want it to still be a colour, not black. Okay, I'm going to rinse that brush out because I want that to use to soften in. So I'm making sure that that round number 10 is clean and loaded with water. I'm going to wet my round number 6 and then start to come into this colour. So this now we're going to start to create some hard edges and some softening in. So I'm going to bring that along here. And then with my wet brush, I'm just taking a little bit off from my hand. I'm just going to touch this side. So can you see I'm pushing down and wetting further than the paint needs to go. Pushing down, wetting further than the paint needs to go. So it's got somewhere to soften into, but I actually haven't moved that paint. That paint has stayed still. That is called softening in. And it's a fantastic technique to learn to enhance your work. But if you don't get it straight away, do not worry because it takes a while. So I'm coming down this side the same. So I need to soften in from this side. So I'm better to turn it because I'm right-handed. I end up with lots of brushes in my hands here. Dab off a little bit. It just means I haven't got too much water on. Push down. So I'm touching the paint, I'm wetting further than that paint needs to go. So I am not moving the paint. The paint is staying still. You get that nice softening in effect. Bring that round a little bit more. If I tried to do it from this angle, it would be awkward. So that's why I've twizzled round to make it easier. So it's learning those little tips that just make it easier. I'm going to bring a little bit in here. Wet brush, dab a little bit off on my hand, touch in. Now sometimes it goes a bit further. You just want to dry brush and just bring that back, push it back with a dry brush. You see that nice effect that you're getting here. I'll bring a little bit in here. Touch in. The more you practice this, the better you get. As with all things watercolour, it's practice, practice, practice. And I'm going to just start to bring in a few little bits of dark. In those tentacles. Now, if you use a wet brush, you can flow and it will start to blend that. You see I'm flowing that through. So you're getting a nice consistency of tone and different marks there. Now if I pick up my rigger, I can do some thinner marks. I can work into these ones. I can add more paint and let that flow through. I can pull out from there to create more tentacles. It's the variety of brush strokes and tone that can make a picture from something quite controlled to something beautiful and loose. And then it's also the lack of brush strokes that work as well. Sometimes less is more than just leaving alone. If I just dip my brush into the water, just take a few mucky brush marks out as well. And then with these ones, I'm just going to start to flow up here. So I'm using a wet brush and just flowing those up a little bit. It's all adding to the effect. Okay, I'll dry that one off. Okay, so that's nicely dry. So then to make this have this lovely white glow, we're going to pop in a little bit of a background. We make this within the water, the white of that jellyfish will really shine out. So I'm going to pop, this is my round number 10, some water, come in around the jellyfish, get as close as you can come over a few of the tentacles, that's no problem at all. And then I'm going to use that same blue that I started with, so we're going to pop some of that on. This is cerulean blue. And as soon as you get this on, you'll get the light of that jellyfish in the middle. I just want to get a nice layer on. You don't need to worry really about what direction or straight you're going to use. I'm actually going to use a little bit of salt because I think it adds to the effect of water really well. You can dab through this bottom section as well if you want that to be darker. And then we're going to come into the ultramarine blue. And I want you to bring that around the edge of the jellyfish a little bit more to help set it out a little bit more, but I don't want you to halo it, so make sure you bring some of that colour outwards. You don't want to end up with a dark blue halo around. It will help the jellyfish stand forward. It's all very simple techniques to learn, but these are really useful when you're thinking, how do I make this stand forward? These little bits really help. If I take my round number 6, I can come in and just add a little bit more in places. I've got a fan on today because it's incredibly hot and it's drying things very, very, very quickly. It's like being outside. What I've got here is some standard table salt, and I'm just going to sprinkle some of that on. And then we're going to let it do its magic. And it'll give some lovely texture in the water. You can also, with your round number 6, add a few little bits of the ultramarine in between these tentacles, so it pulls all that bit together. Okay, so that's nicely dry. You need to rub that salt off. You can feel it rubbing off. It's got a lovely light textured happened on the surface, which is absolutely delightful. And then just to finish off, I'm going to pop in a few white lines with the gel pen. So there's just a little bit of veining within here. Not essential. It's pretty as it is, but it'll just give a little bit of a highlight in places. And it's much easier to do it this way than with the brush. And I'm all for ease. I'm just breaking through these bits of tentacles with the lighter ones. I think in all the years I've never done a jellyfish. It's quite pretty to do, really. So there we go, so that's all finished. So it's a good lesson in brush control, softening in and texture. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I shall pop another video here in a playlist here, and I shall see you next time. Bye.